Hey, Sergeant Black here, and we're going to talk a little bit about this Ruger LCP. This is the 380 auto version, and I actually end up carrying this around, I'd say definitely more than any of the other guns I own. And it's not because it's an awesome gun. There's a lot of things I don't like about it, but because it's so small and convenient to carry around, I end up carrying this around a lot. And this thing is so little that you can easily carry this in your pocket, and it's not much bigger than a cell phone. It's smaller than my wallet, and it just makes it very convenient to carry in your pocket. I've never carried this in my waist or anything. It's always been in my pocket when I've carried it. And how I carry it is I got this holster right here, and you just stick this in the holster. Actually goes this way, and once you put this in your pocket, it's just like a wallet. It's actually smaller. Here's my cell phone. This is a small cell phone. It's about the size of a cell phone, as you can see. So you can easily stick this in your pocket. It's a little thicker than a cell phone, just by a little bit. But if you have a little in-the-pocket holster like this, you can stick this in your pants. Forget where I got this holster. It says size 30 on it, or size 3. I think it was an Uncle Mike's inside the pants size 3 holster, and this thing just fits this gun perfectly, and I end up carrying it around like this a lot. Again, it's about the size of a cell phone. My wallet's a lot bigger than that, as you can see. The wallet is much thicker. I have a lot of stuff in my wallet, but the wallet's a lot thicker and bigger, so it's a lot smaller than a wallet to carry around. And you know, it's got a good size round, a 380 auto. You could definitely blast somebody with that. But there are some things I don't like about it. But again, for convenience, if you're carrying this around, you just slip it in your pocket. Nobody knows you have it. I carry it around a lot. Like if I go to some safe event, like a family Christmas gathering or something, absolutely nobody knows I'm carrying a gun that could kill 6 people if I wanted to. But I'll show you some stuff I don't like about it though real quick here. And some things I don't like is doesn't have a safety, which actually I don't know if I don't like that or not. I don't want to be fiddling with a safety when I'm pulling this on somebody. But one thing I don't like is once you dump the mag, you can't jam a mag back in. So if you had a second mag, you cannot just jam a mag back in. It does not go. You have to hold the mag release down to jam the mag in. And as you see, it didn't even seat properly, so you got to really hold it down and push it. So, I mean, that's not that big of a deal, because if you're using this is for very, very close quarters, couple shots in the chest. Let's say you're in a convenience store or something like that. Somebody's robbing the place. You duck down behind in the back of the store. You're not going to get involved. You're not going to get in a gunfight with the guy. But if they start walking around the store shooting people and you're back in the back of the store, if they get up close, you're going to pop out, put this in your chest and blast it a few times. So it's unlikely you're going to need to change mags. It does not come with an extra mag, so you have to buy one separately. But if you need to change mags, again, that's an issue. You know, you stick a new mag and it doesn't go right in. You have to hold this button down and push it pretty hard. Even then, when you do that, it's kind of hard to cock the thing without pushing the mag in even further with your pinky finger like that. If I just cock the thing like this, watch this. Nothing happens. You have to push this mag in with your finger, and I don't know if I just got a bad one where it doesn't quite seat right, but it's always been this way on this gun. I have to kind of push up on the mag as I rack the thing to load it, and even there it still didn't do it, and I got to push the back forward. So you have to know that if you have this thing and if you're not carrying one in the chamber, which it doesn't have a safety for, you may end up not carrying one in the chamber, you need to be pushing up, racking hard, and pushing forward as you're going to use it. So if you're going to carry this, I'd recommend carrying one in the chamber. You know, if you got kids around and you're leaving this where there's any remote chance that somebody other than you might touch it, I would not carry one in the chamber. But with this gun, I'd strongly recommend it, because you're going to be pushing up hard with your pinky on this, pulling it back hard and tapping it forward. It'll certainly work if you do that. But I don't like that feature about it. Again, jamming another mag and it's just a little more complicated than just tapping it in. I'm going to unload this real quick though and just drop the mag out. So even here, the mag button doesn't release that easily. I'm going to take this bullet out. So there we go. It's a small Ruger LCP. It holds 6 shots, plus you could put one in the chamber, so it could hold 7. I'm going to pop this back in. Again, I'm going to have to hold this mag release down to put it in. The other thing I don't like, but this isn't anything about the gun, it's just I can't get my pinky finger around the bottom. I got pretty good sized hands, and my ring finger goes about halfway over the end, and it's a decent grip, but I would like if it was a little bit longer, maybe had an 8 shot where I could get my pinky finger around it. But I've shot it at the range a bunch of times, and I can't get any accuracy from a distance, obviously, but you get up close, you put this in someone's face, you know, you're going to hit something. I mean, it's so light that it does flail up when you shoot it and kick back. So it's not something you're going to be shooting someone from the back of a convenience store to the front. You're going to want to get up close with this. You're going to want them not to know you have a gun. It's going to be in your pocket. You're going to pull it out and just start shooting very close range. 6 shots plus 1 in the chamber, so 7 shots, and you're good. But again, I do carry it a lot, so I'm not going to bash it too hard because I actually carry this a lot myself, probably more than any other gun. And I would like to get a better mini pocket pistol when I get more money or something. But, you know, this isn't a bad pocket pistol. I got this for like $300, and I'm pretty sure they sell them for like $300. They actually made a 9mm version. I got this when it first came out before they made the 9. So this is the Ruger 380. I think the 9's probably going to be a little bigger, and maybe it will extend down a little farther on my hand, or maybe they have a version that has an extended clip that maybe holds more shots or something that would be a little more comfortable. I mean, it's so goddamn little that I'd be willing to carry a slightly bigger gun to have more bullets and have my last finger grip around it and have a better grip. You know, this is just so little. Again, there she is. There's my cell phone. I mean, it's like the same size. I mean, it's smaller than my wallet. My wallet's like twice as thick as this thing. There's the gun in my pocket. There's the wallet. You know, you can see the whole edge sticking out. I mean, it's very small and easy to carry. But again, this is something that if you're going to carry it, you better either keep one in the chamber or know that I'm going to pop this in, I'm going to rack it hard and push it. And now it's ready to shoot. As far as ammo goes, I'll show you this real quick. I carry Hornady Critical Defense. It's got the rubber tip on there. It's a hollow point with a rubber tip. I don't know if you can see it with this camera if it's focused right, but it's the Hornady Critical Defense. That's really good ammo. It's expensive, but again, that's something you're just gonna. This is something I'm carrying around for personal defense, and in areas where I absolutely do not expect to get into a gunfight, but you just simply never know. Again, you go into a convenience store. You might need to, someone might rob the place. You know, you're gonna hide in the back, try to stay out of a gunfight. With a gun like this, you want to avoid a gunfight at all costs. But if you get into one, you want it to be a surprise gunfight. They have a gun, or they don't, but they don't know you have a gun. And as you pull this out, you're up close and you just blast a 6 or 6+1 with the one in the chamber at them. But overall, again, I can't complain. For the size, it's so little, it's so convenient. You can carry this anywhere. But again, there are a few features I don't like about it, and yeah, I may look for something better. But if you got a chance to pick something like this up cheap at a gun show or something like that, or even if you look at your other options and everything else is $450 or $500, and this is $3, well, I mean, this is definitely something you could carry around and get away with in situations where you're not gonna need bigger firepower, where you're just like, okay, this is just like a last resort gun in my pocket, and it's so small. I wear tight jeans a lot, and I can carry this, or I'm a woman, I have this in my purse. In the summer, especially when you're wearing tighter clothes. In the winter time with a jacket, I carry a much bigger gun than this. But I'll even carry this also too, even when I carry a bigger gun. I actually carry this even pretty much all the time, really. I mean, I'll carry a bigger gun and this too. So it's not a bad gun or anything. I'm just saying, you know, you might need to you definitely don't want to practice with it, but you may need to be aware of its shortcomings and what you can do with it. And obviously, definitely shoot it at the range. I got a lot more comfortable shooting at the range. Okay, I can't hit shit from this distance, but up close, yeah, I can hit this. So, and I got comfortable with pulling it out of my pocket and out of the holster and cocking it and racking it and how it works. Definitely shoot at least a couple hundred shots at the range through this. Don't shoot the Hornady Critical Defense at the range a couple hundred shots. Maybe shoot 10 or 20 to get used to that ammo, but shoot the cheaper ammo, which really isn't that cheap for 380 auto. That ammo is expensive, but just shoot the generic cheap ammo. You know, get a couple hundred rounds, get used to pulling it out, shooting it, pulling it out, shooting it, and just like you would in a home defense situation, you can't go wrong with this Ruger LCP. Again, these are good sized bullets. These are 380s, and they'll definitely put somebody down if you're at close range.